welcome back to another week's vlog. I wanted to start this one off a bit differently because it's no secret that in just a few days when you're watching this, it's a new year. So this is going to be my last video of 2025, which is itself such a crazy thing to say because I started this channel in, I believe, end of January this year. So it's almost like a 1-year birthday for this channel. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about is kind of setting the intention for this next year. And I'm also setting the intention with this video, obviously, because I'm gonna talk a bit more about some things that I am gonna do now that a new year is starting. Now, I'm not super much for New Year resolutions and stuff because I tend to not hold them. But some things that I'd like to address, I think, I'm gonna do it in this video. And I'm also gonna take an opportunity because I don't know if you're also studying right now. I'm approaching now my last semester of my master's, and my fall semester or autumn semester ends in January. So we still have a bit of time to really do some things that I have been pushing, forward, or I haven't had time, or I haven't really been wanting to prioritize. And I think this is the perfect opportunity now to do this. For example, I am gonna go to Sweden, so I'm gonna have so much time because I'm gonna be staying at my mom's place. I'm gonna really try to start now and close this semester so I can have a really clean slate and fresh start when it comes at least to my studies for the semester of 2026. So if you're in a similar situation, let's try and close this semester in the best way possible. Good morning and welcome back to this week's vlog. First of all, thank you so much for all of your comments on the previous video. I am really happy to read all of them, and I'm also really glad that a lot of the things that I touched base upon, that you also feel that way, and it feels good to, gather people in a forum that is not about, short form content and, share our thoughts and whatnot. So thank you for sharing, and yeah, I hope you will enjoy this video as well. Now, it's gonna be a bit of a different video because in a few days I'll be leaving to the Canary Islands, and from the Canary Islands I'll be going straight to Sweden for holidays, and then I'll be back in Rome in January. If you're like me, I feel like a lot of people are this way, but I wait until last minute to do a lot of deadlines because I need that, the push to do it. And now unfortunately I realized, shit, I don't have that much time left. The semester is ending really soon. I'm gonna be leaving Rome. I'm gonna go back to Sweden. I have many things that I need to do. I have this whole list here of things that I've just been not doing. And I think the main is that I have an exam from the 31st of October that I still haven't had it in. So with all of that said, if you also have deadlines, or if you want to get back into a good routine, let's do it now together. Let's be one step ahead, and we're gonna start ticking off the list. And aside from that, of course, we're gonna do some fun things as well. Let's have a very productive weekend together. Talk soon.
Guardo per te e questa sera brilla per me. Voglio trovare, dimmi dov'è quella bambina solo per me. Keep on searching heaven above. When will I find you, oh star of love?
Hello, I am back with a little check-in. So I've actually started going through my list. As I mentioned, I have filmed both collab videos that I was gonna do, or this like UGC collab, and I've taken some of the stills as well. And well, it's kind of taking the whole morning, I'm not gonna lie. It's really tedious sometimes, and I think people who work like in the creative industry probably can relate a lot to this, that creative work takes so much time, so much more time than you think. But on the other hand, it's a super fortunate job because you, most of the time, especially if you work freelance, you're not bound to a specific location or an office, which suits my type of life pretty well. But other than that, again, beautiful day. I'm not sad about leaving though, because I am going to, as I mentioned, the Canary Islands, which is even warmer. But it is truly a beautiful time in December in Rome, and it's, even though it's Christmas, it's not that much people here. Like, I was walking around in the city just the other day, and I'm not saying the streets were empty, but in comparison with other seasons, it's such a precious time being here, like in December, because you can get beautiful days and not that much people. I'm gonna go and grab a coffee now and sit a bit in the sun, and I think I'm gonna do most of the edits tomorrow. I can feel a bit overwhelmed with filming everything and then look at it right away and start editing. I like to separate those two. So let's go and grab a little coffee, because I think we deserve it.
Un bicchiere di vino rosso e un prosecco. Un bicchiere di vino rosso.
I wanted to circle back to a bit what I mentioned in the beginning, and that is setting the intention for this upcoming year. Now, I know a lot of people are very into manifestations and manifesting your dream life, and I have to admit that for me, for many years, I didn't quite understand what it actually meant. And I think there's a lot of people that are way better at explaining this than I am, because truly it's not something that I practice on a daily. I'd like to become better at it, but I did listen to this podcast episode and now I revisit it. Essentially, it's an interview with this lady who's a neuroscientist, and she basically boils down the whole concept of manifestation on a neurological level, like how our brain actually works. And I think it's such an interesting approach if you perhaps have felt that this whole tune into frequency type of exclamation isn't enough, but you like something more concrete. I mean, that's at least how I felt. But I think the main takeaway that I wanted to share is that she mentions using a vision board to remind yourself consciously and subconsciously every day of what your goals are. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not only gonna pin on Pinterest, but I'm actually gonna take those images and I'm gonna print them out and put them somewhere where I look at them every day. But one of the difficulties in creating a vision board, which I realize now that I kind of started this thought process, is what do I actually want to achieve? Because I think there is something in the motto saying, be careful what you wish for, because manifestation can be a really powerful tool. I mean, going back to ancient philosophy and religion, the art of visualization, it's not something that's new to man. So I do think it has a lot of power. And I think our subconscious is a really active force in our life. It kind of made me think, what do I actually want to achieve? And I think that's the hardest part of this, that for me personally, I'm not 100% sure what to put on my vision board. And I feel like up until now, I've always been pretty sure of my goals, but I'm kind of finding myself now at the end of the master really thinking about like what I want to do next. And it's not completely clear to me. I think I'm gonna take this time now to really figure it out, but also I'm not gonna let it stop me, obviously. So don't let it stop you because you don't have a clear vision. I'm gonna start looking at images that somehow spark an emotion or a feeling that you're intrigued by or that you'd be interested in exploring. My brain naturally works in a very visual way, but I know some other people are more keen on written affirmations. So I wanted to share one that I haven't personally written it down. So please go ahead and write it down if you feel that that helps you. But again, I store a lot of things in the back of my mind, and this is one that I keep referring back to, especially when something doesn't go my way or I receive a no, or it can be anything. And it's when I stay authentic to myself, what's meant for me will always find me. And it boils down to that a rejection from something that you thought was your destiny or your way isn't necessarily that, but it can be a redirection to a higher purpose. I hope this made sense to you, and I really encourage you to listen to this podcast episode. I have linked it in the description box if you want to know more. She explains it in a very approachable way. And if you've already been doing vision boards for a long time, this is a reminder to take the holidays where you maybe visit your family at home and have extra time on your hands to really align with what you want to achieve next year. Hello from a very cold and icy Sweden. I think this is the best lighting setup we're gonna get, because even if there's no clouds on the sky, the light takes a really long time for it to come out. The sun is not gonna be like shining that strongly until, I don't know, like 10, 11, I feel like. And I don't have time to wait, because the reason why I have this setup right now is because I'm on my third or fourth no wash day, because today I am finally going to the hairdresser. And I watched some of the previous clips and I was like, girl, your hair is dry. And that's not so weird because I haven't cut it since I was in Sweden the last time, which was in August. I know, so bad. But the intention for this video was to clean up a bit of the things that I haven't done, and I have read a lot of your comments saying that you like to know more, like actually seeing my studies. And the thing is, I don't really know what to show, because I study sometimes in very random locations. And last time I had an intense study session was on the flight from Gran Canaria to Stockholm, which was a 6-hour flight without any Wi-Fi. So I basically went through a lot of literature for this essay that I finally started. I haven't finished it yet, but it's really now I know it's highest on my to-do list, and I'm gonna finish it before I fly back to Rome for sure, because I can't have it dragging on to the next semester, because this semester I only studied 15 credits, which is part-time due to one of the courses falling through. I was gonna study a course in archaeology, but then it turned out to be not so much art, but more human archaeology, anthropology, and not specializing on antiquity, but more on Nordic, which is not relevant at all to what I'm doing. So I had to cancel that one and study part-time. So next semester I'm gonna have to recuperate this. I'm gonna study 45 credits in order to be able to take out my master's in June, which it isn't necessary to do that. I could also keep the master's open, I don't have to send it for finalizing the degree. It would be nice, of course, if I'm moving on to a PhD program, it's gonna be mandatory. But if I don't do that, then I don't really have to stress it, as long as I have filmed all of the videos, I took all the stills, I've edited, I sent it in. I have also finished a research proposal. I sent that one in as well. And I also finished my digital portfolio, which I kid you not, I think it took like at least an entire working day. That shit took a long time. Finally, I'm done with that as well. So I only have this essay left now, and to be honest, after that I've been to the hairdresser today, I don't have that much else on my plate, which is really nice. There's like storm winds outside. I'm a bit worried. We'll see if I get to see any snow. I don't mind not having any snow because, to be fair, I don't have any good shoes with me. Speaking of New Year's resolution, I know I don't believe in them, but I have a few ones that I like to keep up when it comes to this channel, and I really like to go back to posting consistently again. So once a week, it's really my ambition, but I also got a question how I managed to do that and also study and also work. And to be honest, it is really time consuming, all three of them, and that's why unfortunately YouTube is the one that's like least prioritized sometimes, because I still do all of the editing, all of the cuts, everything myself, and I like to keep it that way. So I hope that I will be able to keep it up for next year as soon as I'm back in Rome. I know you want to see more of my studies, so I'm really gonna try to include it, and I think next semester for me is going to be quite intense, not only finishing my thesis, but I'll be studying a lot at the research library of the Swedish Institute, so probably gonna see me going there a lot. And I am still working on a dedicated video about my studies, which hopefully will be up now in the beginning of next year. So if you still thinking about applying for a master's, maybe after the summer or whenever your deadline is, I hope that maybe can give you a bit inspiration or orientate you in a way. I think that was it. When I'm back in Rome, I'm gonna show you like an extreme thrift haul, because before I left I went to a market and I did so many good finds for €1 each. And if you like thrifting and secondhand, there's gonna be another dedicated video for that. But in the meantime, you can check me and Luisa's post on Instagram for all of our current favorite thrift places in Rome. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, it's linked down below. Yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna get dressed now and head out very soon. And I wish you all a super nice happy New Year's, and I'll see you again in 2026. Bye.